Coward Hour number 8.
Number
Do you
8.
have an opening thought, Nick? I do not.
I'll tell you what my opening thought is. To every mother piece of shit, to every motherfucker from middle school to high school who bullied me, Avery,
Get him.
Wes, there were 2 brothers, Tommy and Andy, who are rapists. I remember they are confirmed rapists. Talk to me about it. To everyone who told me I wasn't going to be shit, yeah, they're rapists. To everyone, we can't have this be the opening of the podcast. I use their real names.
At least finish it so that we can decide.
Wow, we're on Spotify now.
We are on Spotify. I can bleep the names.
Yeah, that's just
the rule. I don't go back and delete things that we're just embarrassed about, but I will delete things that could cause legal action. I did last episode.
They are. I do think I remember them.
I mean, if they are rapists, then
they
would
rapists.
have to. In order for you to get in trouble,
I shouldn't say that.
They would have to prove that they're not rapists and that you knew that.
Yeah, it didn't. I remember hearing a story that they were rapists.
Good enough, baby.
That's all you need.
Yeah. You know, here at Coward Hour, we're known for being at the forefront of progress.
Yeah.
So, that's enough for me.
That was just a shout out to all my haters and everyone who spit on me and punched me and played mean tricks on me in the 8th grade locker room. I'm on Spotify now. Did you think that was going to happen?
Yeah.
Did you ever think that I'd be here towering above you? You sell real estate in Severna Park, Maryland.
I feel so powerful here on Spotify. I don't think my dick's longer, but it is wider.
We're here in these Spotify studios.
Yeah.
We're actually we're in a tower right now. We're at the top of Capitol Records recording our podcast. Well, when you're on Spotify, you get little privileges.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's true. Man, it's so convenient that all your haters have done terrible crimes.
They have. My biggest hater killed himself.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Have I talked about this?
No.
Oh, yeah.
You made a dude kill himself?
No, I didn't make him. No, his own guilt made him kill himself.
Fuck yeah.
You feel a little bad, but he wasn't that. He was very bad. Do you remember?
Not a virtuous man.
Not a virtuous man. He had some demons, I'm sure. He killed himself, but he jumped off a damn bridge.
What a fucking drama queen way to kill yourself. I'm gonna cause some sort of civil servant to have to clock out late because I gummed up the dam.
I don't know if he did.
His stupid body. I'm all stuck in the fucking grate that is in the pipe that leads from one part of the river to the other.
He leapt into the Severn River. I think that they just found him on the rocks.
He probably gummed up some pipes.
Also, now that I'm thinking, I think that somebody just told me that he killed himself, and in my head, I was like, well, he probably jumped off of the Annapolis Bridge. He might have just killed himself in his home. Now that I'm really thinking about this, I'm pretty sure
it's just jokingly he killed himself, and then you just had a full vision of what it might be like.
I do this with a lot of things where people say something and I just have a tableau for what turns of phrase mean. So when people say because a lot of kids in my school, I know 11 people who have killed themselves and died. It's
sick,
a disproportionate amount of people.
Sick.
Yeah, it happened a lot. So but the way that kids in my school kill themselves, they just keep jumping off the same damn bridge. So whenever someone tells me that someone killed themselves, I no matter what the circumstances, my first image is them jumping off the Annapolis Bridge.
Yeah, even if it's here as an adult.
It's David, it's
yeah.
I was going to say
it's when I kill myself, you'll be like, wow, I can't believe that Brendan drove to Annapolis, Maryland.
Yeah, I was going to say, yeah. Well, when I heard that David Carradine killed himself, I was like, I didn't know that he was in town. It's the only place
how'd
you
he
can
jack
yourself.
off that bridge?
That would be the... Can I tell you?
Uh-huh.
Now that you've put that thought in my head, is that the ultimate rush?
One as a way to die. But also, I bet it's really thrilling for there to be a long distance between when cum leaves your dick and when it hits the ground, when it touches the earth.
Yeah.
Because for me, it's less than 3 feet, probably, my cum has ever traveled through air. Pitiful.
Yeah. I don't really get this. Sometimes, I don't think my cum really does that. Everyone talks about, shooting, right?
Oh, yeah, no,
Like
I'm a dribbler.
Yeah, it's like a slug. But then sometimes you'll catch yourself. It seems like a fairly like banal JO session, and it'll like hit you in the chin, and you're like, where the fuck did that come from?
For me, it's a lot. When you're trying to pour one glass of water into another glass of water, and like the gravity just makes it like go diagonally down the glass and all over. Like sometimes I'll come and my cum will just shoot diagonally like down the underside of my dick, like at my balls. And just splatter.
That's an interesting consistency to your cum.
Mm-hmm. I'm sick.
Is your cum more? Because I feel like I eat so much meat. I feel like it affects my cum's kind of.
Yeah, mine alternates between like gummy and just like liquid. It's never just like a respectable cum.
Yeah, my cum's been getting more respectable because I've been cleaning up my diet. But there was a while there where it was just like, it's like I was like squeezing Jello cubes out of my dick hole. It's like this is so almost a solid.
Yeah, just like full of curds.
Yes, curds is a great way to describe it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. My cum, there have been times in my life where I'm sure that were anyone to taste it, it would just be like as if you had mixed in liquid smoke with it or something. Just horrendous.
Your cum just tastes like beef jerky.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
My cum is just like salty and cured.
Ew. That's really gross. I feel bad.
Smokehouse cum.
I never want
original smokehouse flavor.
I never want girls to have my cum in their mouth.
Yeah, I don't want that again, I don't think. I mean, the idea of fucking anyone at all is so scary to me at this point now.
You gotta get away from that.
Yeah, but the idea of them, like, tasting me, dear God.
Because your diet affects it.
Yeah. I mean, I would have to really trust someone to allow them to taste the inside of my body.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Just, like, hand-me-down Jack in the Box. Like, shooting into the back of their throat.
Yeah. I at work, I've been going out for lunch recently because I've just been like too sad to like get groceries. Like, I just like, you ever go to the grocery store and you just like walk around and you don't want any of the food, so you leave with like nothing, even though you have no food in the house. Then you have nothing.
Do you do this right after? You shouldn't shop right after. Or no, you should shop right after you eat.
They say not to because like if you don't eat and then you shop, you buy a bunch of junk food. But I think I just like don't want to eat as much, so I need to do the opposite. I need to like fast and then go grocery shopping so that I actually buy enough food for the week. But anyway, this is to say that at work every day I walk a couple blocks to the Disney building and I get this horrible turkey chili that they sell in the cafeteria there, and I just sit amongst the Disney employees as if I also work for Disney.
Wait, how are you getting into Disney?
There's no security. Well, there's security at the building, but you have to go further into the lobby than I am.
Are you allowed to do this?
I don't know. I think it's a public building, but you can also like from there. I've gone in the back and sat at the tables, and there's a bunch of like really scary looking satellites around.
What?
But anyway, I sit there to eat my chili in the Disney building. Last week I was in there, and for some reason, just like there was just a man in a Mr. Incredible suit, which looks way more upsetting than the Disney type suits based off of the 2D cartoons.
Right.
That you can kind of like conceptualize, you can wrap your head around. But when it's just like a Pixar man suit standing next to a regular man, it's very upsetting. And anyway, I just saw him sitting in a chair.
Wait, and he's not like, this is not the Disney theme park, right?
No, this is like the Disney, like the offices.
Why are they making a man dress up as one of their characters at the offices?
I don't know. To then just sit. I think there's probably some kind of like photo event somewhere in the building.
Right.
But yeah. So I just saw like a spooky fake man just sitting,
Ooh.
Just dead eyes, looking nowhere in particular.
He had the helmet on?
Yeah.
Or the head on?
He had the head on.
Was he like actively doing like a photo thing? I guess like even Disney's...
No, he was just waiting, I guess.
He wasn't eating lunch or anything?
No, that would be weird if they made him eat the food through the Mr. Incredible head.
I guess that like Disney is so like that would be like a thing where like even at the offices is like, well, you can't break the Disney magic. Like you have to like remain fully in the suit.
I'm sure.
Oh God.
I've thought about, because I'm sitting there, I'm like, everyone here works for Disney. They're probably like, this is the office. I don't know if they're like writers or production or like what they are. But I've thought about just like sitting down at the tables with the people and kind of like as if I belong, and then seeing how into the conversation I can get.
How far you can go.
Yeah. See if I can like pitch something before I'm removed.
I knew that this was what you were going to say. Because there is like in your head, there's a movie where it's just like his opinion is fresh and ingenious because he's outside of the system. We didn't know how badly we needed Brendan Crick.
Yeah. Like they're bringing up an idea they're working on in-house, and I throw out like an idea.
Yeah.
And then eventually they're like, I'm sorry, who are you? And then I run, but I left something behind. And then I'm at work. I left like my name tag from my job there. And then I look up and who's there? It's Mr. Incredible, and he's here to kill me.
Yeah. I thought that you were going to say like a big cigar, like what's the guy's name? Bob Eisner? Bob Iger.
That's where it started. I was like, and then they're there to offer me a job. But then I threw in a twist at the end where instead they've come to murder me.
They sent their big fake mercenary to kill you at your desk.
Man, that would rule. Can you imagine being a child and watching Mr. Incredible kill me?
Kill a banker?
Yeah.
That's everyone on Twitter's wet dream. After seeing The Incredibles 2, it's just like, oh my, if Mr. Incredible, imagine Mr. Incredible smashing the patriarchy. Wouldn't it be just so...
It would be great.
It would be great.
Everyone would like it.
It would be so sick.
I'm the patriarchy.
Yeah, you're an evil banker.
It's true. Who's to say what religion I am when I'm doing this banking?
I know.
But I'm evil.
Yeah. I was on the Disney tack and I lost my thought.
I wonder how far up into the building I could get. You know, because there's all of the tricks. You know, like I left my key card in my car. Can you buzz me in? It's a big company.
You've thought about this a lot.
I have.
Yeah. You've thought about this so much. Well, of course you have. You're already like infiltrating their cafeteria. You're eating Disney food.
Yeah.
You're going to the Disney cafeteria exclusively
to eat this horrible chili.
I'm amazed that you don't need a card for that. Like they don't check that you work there.
Half the time the doors are hanging open.
It can't be this easy to get into Disney.
I mean, I've never tried to walk past the desk where the security
We should try to steal animation cells from Disney.
We should.
We should try to get into
We should try to steal Mickey, the real one.
We should... Yeah, they've got him chained. He's in like a hyperbaric tube somewhere. Just like floating in like green liquid. No, we should break into the Disney vault and collect the remaining VHS copies of Fox and the Hound. And like sell them on eBay. Dude, I always thought that was... I remember that, like, when I was a kid, like, they'd have those commercials where it's like, oh, the Fox and the Hound is back on VHS for the next month. And then it's going back in this terrifying... They had,
in the terrifying...
terrifying vault.
You know what's bullshit? Song of the South never comes out of the vault.
In Japan, it did.
It did?
Yeah, you can buy Song of the South, maybe only on Laserdisc, but Song of the South was available in Japan because they have no concept of why it's bad.
None
They're
at all.
Just like,
They're just like, what?
That's whenever they see any movie, they're like, oh. Oh, boy. Jesus.
Yeah.
Whoopi Goldberg in 2017, she was like accepting some award at some Disney event, and she like in her speech she demanded that they make Song of the South publicly available, which cements Whoopi Goldberg as I think my favorite person ever.
That's pretty cool.
It's great.
They should make you know how they're remaking all the classics live action.
Yes. They should.
You know where the riff's going.
Well, they should reverse where like now the only person who's a cartoon is Uncle Remus. So it's like it's a live action remake of they have got a terrible grotesque like Brer Rabbit like practical effects suit.
And it's just like it's a nude man with a sign on his chest that says rabbit.
That says rabbit, and then a cartoon slave introduces each segment. Yeah, I think that would do really well in like the art house circuits.
Yeah, I think that would be good. I don't see any problems here.
Yeah, I mean, I think that this is what you need to... Now that we have this seed of an idea, you need to infiltrate the boardroom meetings.
Yeah, you need just people are sitting at the table. They're like janitors or something.
Yeah.
And I just like, I walk by and I just like bump the guy's papers and I drop my papers and then I slip in my script for cartoon slave live action. Yeah. And then he gets back to his desk and he opens it up and his script is gone and mine is there.
I'm just imagining you like in like a giant, like you've somehow like infiltrated like
big
a giant
raincoat.
boardroom. Well, no, like
giant hat.
a really long table. and there's the chair at the end is like the back is turned, and everyone's all like throwing ideas, and you just like say that. The room goes dead silent. Smoke starts billowing out from like the chair that's turned, and Bob Iger turns around and goes, "Who the fuck said that?" And it's dead silent. And he goes, "Because I'm gonna make that man a living god." and then you become
That'll be good.
You become the new Disney boy.
All right, let's rewind the fantasy a little bit. Okay, so everyone's like, we need a new movie. We need a new idea. You know, something that feels familiar, you know, but like remix, like fun for the kids.
Right.
What is it? And then the camera slowly pans over to a part of the room that's completely in shadow, where I'm reclined in a chair, very shiny cowboy boots on the table, and I take out my toothpick and I say, "I have an idea," and they're astonished. They didn't know I was there.
Right.
And then the rest of it plays out like yours.
Oh, okay.
I was just
you've changed the lighting in the corner of the room, and nobody noticed till the camera panned over. They're like, "Oh, who's the cowboy?"
Because I was off frame.
Right, exactly.
I was off screen.
Well, it's Disney, so it works like the movies.
It does.
Didn't you know?
I have my dick in one of those big white gloves with the 3 lines.
This is becoming less and less persuasive. Like the scenario, at some point they would be like, "Please leave."
Yeah.
We would have.
Bob Iger still into the idea, but they're like, "Sir, you're drunk."
Yeah, Brendan, we would have listened to you if you weren't so many things.
Yeah.
Like you're so many extra adjectives. But
I love a damn costume. Man, did you know, you probably know this, at one point, not for Halloween, not for a sketch, for nothing, I just bought a cowboy outfit.
Yeah, of course you did. Mm-hmm. I didn't know that, but I knew that.
Yeah, on some level you knew that.
I fully knew that.
And then Halloween was, then I was like, someone asked me, like, I think my mom, like, walked in my room, and I was just, like, wearing a cowboy hat in my room. She's like, "Hey, like, 1, why are you drunk? 2, what's up with that cowboy hat?" And I'm like, "It's for Halloween. It's like March."
Oh my God. What the fuck? So you were just like you were like a blackout alcoholic while you were living with your parents.
Yeah. That was the funniest part. It's like, because, you know, I drank when I lived with my parents, but then I moved out and it got bad. And then I moved back in because I like lost my job and I was running out of money. So that, because it didn't occur to me to just set my head straight and get a job.
Right.
I would make baffling decisions. Like I'd quit Wells Fargo to work at a different bank. Mm-hmm. And then that bank fired me because like I thought like I'm great at banking. Wells Fargo will never fire me because I'm so good. It's like, no, they just wouldn't fire me because, like, who gives a shit?
Yeah.
And I had been there like a year and a half. So they...
Tenure.
Yes. Yeah, it was like tenure. You know? Yeah. So they're like, whatever, Brendan can call out all the time and be drunk because he's been here the longest.
You were drunk at work?
I wasn't drunk at work. Well, I mean... Sometimes, like, next morning drunk, you know, when you're still drunk the next morning.
Sure.
But anyway, so then I started at the other bank, and immediately they're like, "Oh, no, none of this." So they fire me. And then, so what I should have done was move to Philly immediately.
Yeah.
Because I had like $4,000 saved. But instead I was like, oh, I guess I'll just spend this being drunk until I run out of money and move back in with my parents. So then I moved back in with my parents, and they were like, oh, Jesus Christ, this got bad. Because then I would keep drinking how I would, you know, me and my buddy Juan in our house.
Right.
And they were just horrified.
Of course.
By the entire thing.
Man, you know what I'm realizing is there were so many points in my life when I was supposed to move back in with my parents that I just didn't. I'm listening to this, I'm like, oh, that's what I should have done. But no.
It's a good move. You know?
Yeah, I guess. I think
if it's a move, it's not a move for everybody, but for most people, they'll have you.
I think I really like. I know that you tell me, but I am always surprised at the extent to which your life actually fell apart. I think I only sort of like understand it abstractly. You think so?
Yeah.
You've been thinking about drinking.
I have been thinking about drinking.
We're gonna get you back on that wagon.
Oh,
come on, buddy.
No, you can't do the bit when I'm actually thinking about it.
I know it bothered you yesterday. You were a little upset.
I've been kind of moody the last couple days.
Yeah. Is it because of that?
I was sad and I was thinking about drinking, and then something panicked me a lot. That doesn't matter exactly what.
Sure.
And then I bought cigarettes, which was a dumb idea. I don't smoke those anymore. And then I was like, this one feels so good. Let me smoke the rest of the pack at the rate that a daily smoker does.
Right.
And then just like terrible headache, feel sick, throw them out. And then just the last 3 days, my brain has just been adjusting to like, I just re-addicted myself to nicotine and then instantly cold turkeyed again. So today I like cried in my car a little bit, but it's all good.
Oh my
Things
God.
are good. Things are good, dude.
Okay. Sure. This is
not parked car crying. That's weird.
You cried while you were driving?
I mean like at a red light, like one tear, stop it. I'm not a fucking bitch. And then you keep driving.
It was the old, it was the littering Indian. Or the Indian who said about littering.
Yeah.
Cry.
You know, like you're at the red light, you turn, wipe the tear away, accidentally make eye contact with the car next to you. Shit. And then you drive away.
I thought you said this wasn't as bad as crying in a parked car.
No, because crying in a parked car is way worse.
Yeah, Isaac did that once, right?
Crying in a parked car, all kinds of things can happen. You can be driving, and then you're just like, I'm gonna cry. I need to pull over anywhere. I'm crying too much. You ever cry while you're driving so much that you can't see the road anymore?
No.
Oh, well, yeah, sometimes it happens.
I understand that it can happen. I believe you that
so
it can
you're
happen.
That, pull over anywhere. Where'd you park? It was Sonic by accident. The bellhop's knocking on the cars. Like, sir, can I bring you something? No, this is where I live now. This is my hell. I will have mozzarella sticks.
Damn, dude, I want Sonic. I miss Sonic.
I know. There's no Sonic here. It's
I think
bullshit.
there's Sonic in Arizona.
Really?
You want to go? You want to drive 6 hours to go to Sonic?
Yeah, you want to?
They added new. It looks like there's new.
If they have Qdoba there, I'm down. We can.
There's Qdoba here, isn't there? I think there's Qdoba.
I mean, maybe like an hour away, but there's no Qdoba. There's Chipotle, but I miss queso. I miss garbage queso. You know,
there's queso at Chipotle.
Yeah, but it's not as good.
Okay, I guess that's true.
Yeah, Qdoba the whole. But anyway, yeah, we should drive 6 hours to just eat fast food things that we miss from the East Coast.
I know. I bet there. I think there's some in the Valley. I know there's like weird one-off restaurants in the Valley. We should make a little fast food pilgrimage. I want to go to Sonic, dude. I remember because Sonic for a long time was like only on road trips, and then like there was a Sonic that popped up 45 minutes from my house in Maryland, and I would go there like 3 times a week because I was willing to drive like an hour to have those terrible fucking.
The burgers were. There's something about the burger. Very good.
I like their chicky tendies. I really like their chicken tenders. And then Rallies and Checkers, which like are never good, but they're just like you don't have them often, so you're like, oh. It's like when you first get out here and like you go to Jack in the Box a lot because you're like, this doesn't exist on the East Coast, and then Jack in the Box is like the worst ever and so expensive.
I'm a big fan of a nice chemical garlic taste, so.
Oh, you get the buttery Jack? Ew,
I
dude.
do. Yeah.
Oh my God.
I like a buttery Jack.
They're doing this thing now where it's, and I eat them, but it's they're doing these. They're the $3.
That's the thing is like no fast food restaurant could come up with something so bad that I wouldn't try it.
I'm gonna try it. Well, they're doing this thing now where it's like literally it's you get a little tray. They take a hash brown and they just like punch it. They just like punch the hash brown into like pulp, and then they put 6 chicken nuggets and just pour buffalo sauce on it, and it's one of Jack's hash deals.
I've tried one of these hash deals.
Yeah.
It didn't occur to me like they're not. There's no skillet. They're not making hash browns like that. So you're right. It definitely is just some guy rips it apart with his fingers.
Oh, well, I know that it is because I got one near where I live, they don't even like mash up the hash browns. You just get a hash brown with chicken nuggets on top of it and then like bad sauce.
Damn.
And that's
gotta
like
be a nice taste of Sweetum as a fast food employee is when you go rogue.
You're just like, fuck it.
Yeah, you're just like, I don't give a shit.
Why would you? I don't know. I feel like every time I eat fast food, I'm like, I'm a slave. I'm like completely plugged into the Matrix.
Mm-hmm.
I want to stop. I want to like start like just eating like unseasoned chicken. Like I just want to like cook chicken.
Oh yeah, you were talking about how you just want hospital meals all the time.
Yeah, because it's really bland and like you get accustomed to eating bland things and you start like food becomes like very utilitarian, but in like a very like pleasing way.
I thought about doing that Soylent thing before. You ever see that?
No, Soylent's weird because Soylent like just because it like. Oh, look, we ironically named our protein, what is it, just like a paste?
I think it's a drink.
Well, we ironically named our drink after the dystopian movie where, like, food is rationed out and it's dead bodies. I'm like, that's not cute. I don't like that. You're scaring me.
The name is bad.
The name sucks.
Products shouldn't try to frighten me.
I'm
a very fearful man. That's what this whole podcast is about.
I feel like so much of everything right now is, like baked into advertising is things like ironically winking like, look, it's really bad. Like we know it's bad for you, but we know like I
am getting so fucking sick of brands like tweeting like 2013 weird Twitter.
Yeah,
or even more than that, like Steakums just did like this weird nihilist essay on Twitter. Stop it.
Yeah,
stop doing this.
I think this started when like Tim and Eric did that Totino's ad, which was kind of funny, but it just opened the floodgates for like everyone's weird now.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I was going to say oh, yeah. So, like, there's this ad for, like, this... It's like a puzzle game on your phone, and it's done like a PSA where it's all these celebrities, and it's played very straight, where it's all these celebrities who are just, like, addicted to this thing, and, like, they're like, we've lost control of our lives, and, like, I don't even pay attention. And I'm like, yeah, but that's what that actually does.
Yeah.
Like, just making a joke about it in a fucking commercial for the evil thing that you sell.
I work at the fucking bank, so... Do you know how often... some mom comes in and she's trying to dispute charges that her fucking kid bought Candy Crush tokens and shit.
Oh, it's so bad. It's heinous.
And they're like, oh, I got hacked. And I know that they didn't get hacked and I just don't do it. I'm like, no, we can't do this.
Yeah. Dude, these things are predatory. They get into your brain and it's not
everything
good.
about modern life, Nick.
I know.
Everything about modern life is designed to take advantage of our fucking psychology to make us unhappy.
I gotta go to the woods right now. I gotta get into the fucking woods, dude.
We turned fucking dating into a game.
It's
a goddamn game. It's a video game.
Dating is like ordering a pizza.
It's horseshit.
You're as entitled as when you like order a pizza now. Mm-hmm. But except it's the only time we're like it would.
And let me tell you, I'm fucking Papa John's over here. I'm not showing up at the door and people are like, ooh, fresh ingredients. No. It's fucking shit.
You have to show up at the door and you immediately have to apologize for your past mistakes. You're just like,
Look, I know the sauce has been bad.
Yeah. It's really funny to try to rebrand your dick.
It's tough to rebrand your dick. I've been thinking about how to try to rebrand myself romantically. The one thing, I forget who suggested this idea to me, but it was something that I had been considering anyway. But I'm not a recovering alcoholic. I'm straight edge. Doesn't that sound better if you're like a 23-year-old art girl?
Absolutely worse.
Absolutely worse.
Well, straight edge, dude, people who are straight edge, being a recovering alcoholic is...
There's a fun darkness to that.
Yeah, it's romantic, right? There's something about and it's why we romanticize alcoholism just in Western pop culture. But there's still something about I kind of wish I was an alcoholic. I wish I was the fun guy at the bowling alley. I'm doing finger guns. I'm cracking jokes, and then I just go home and sit in a chair in the darkness. I'm just why did I kill my wife? That's cool.
Fun.
We love that guy.
Mm-hmm. Everyone loves the man who killed his wife, and he has a fun secret.
Yeah.
He has passion. Women love a man who's passionate about something, even if it's having previously killed your wife.
I do feel like women...
he's doing DIY around the house. He's plastering a fucking skeleton.
Yeah.
He owns his own home that he will not sell.
He will never sell his home. It just reminds me of her. No, I do, but this might be insight into my own damage and why I'm not successful in dating right now, because I part of me is women do love a man who's still attached to his dead wife. They it means that I don't know what it means. But
we got to get ourselves some dead wives, Nick.
I know. I remember my grandfather, like, oh, I shouldn't tell this story. Never mind.
I remember my grandfather killed his wife. No. Shit.
No. It's not that. It's personal. I shouldn't be doing that. But anyway.
Yeah. We got to stop perjuring or that's not the word. We got to stop
slander. It's slander and libel.
Slander isn't true. That's the definition of slander.
Oh, yeah. Divulging. We got to stop divulging.
We got to stop fucking testifying, you know. Because not only is this podcast a living religious document, it is also fuck. Something with
Did you
law.
imply this podcast is the living word?
What?
Did you just imply that this podcast is like the word of God?
Yeah.
You called it a living religious document.
Yeah. God speaks to me. I speak into the microphone.
Oh, my Lord.
No?
No, I mean, I'm with you on this journey, man.
Mm-hmm.
We know why we started
this
this
is divinely
podcast.
Inspired. God wanted me to riff about Song of the South and fucking cowboy boots and shit. That was fucking New Testament 2, bitch. Bible part 3.
This is nonsense. Dude, Paige keeps talking about wanting to be on the podcast. She's like, I'm like, you'll be on the podcast.
I would like to have Paige on the podcast.
She thinks she's going to be the voice of reason. She thinks that, like...
There will be none of that.
What's going to happen
It will only harm me and Paige's already somewhat strained friendship.
If she acts out too much, we're going to have to sick the hounds on her.
Who are the hounds?
Well, there's we definitely have 5 hounds.
Twitter guys?
We have 5 hounds who, the volume of which, like, their interaction with us, that's like an entire fucking horde.
It's true. Yeah.
Yeah, we've already been, people have already tweeted an infographic, granted a very obviously fake one, but an infographic connecting me to white supremacy.
Yeah, that was fun.
Well, sure, it's fun. I can't wait for that to come up every time someone Googles me.
Yeah, that'll
just
be good.
Like, that's going to come up before my headshot.
100%. It probably already does.
Yeah, great. But I think that's how you know your podcast is going to be good.
Yeah. When your fans are instantly trying to O&A you.
Yeah. I can't wait for if 10 years down the line I have a documentary.
A documentary just tearing you.
You know what?
Just fucking lighting you up.
I don't want to put this out. I don't want to ask for that. I don't want to put that into the ether. You know what I mean? Like I don't even want to like put that suggestion out there.
No. Yeah. You know what? It's a bad precedent to even verbally acknowledge the harassment.
No, it's not harassment. I think that they like the show, right?
Yeah.
They're being good.
No, I feel like people have been positive so far.
It's what I would do to people that I liked. I would like accuse
I do
them
think
of
someone
being racist.
because we had the old version of Coward Hour, me and my Philly boys. Shout out Philly boys. But then I deleted that Facebook page because I was like, oh, I'll start a new one. It's not like anyone's going to like start a new page called Coward Hour in the next day.
Yeah.
And someone fucking did. So I don't know who did that. If you did that and you're listening, give me that back. But on Facebook, Coward Hour is there's one that's us, Coward Hour Podcast. And then there's another one that took like the @Coward Hour. And it's just like a bad drawing of like a scared man and no info. I don't know who's running it. I don't know who did that.
That's very scary.
Are they waiting for the podcast to blow up more and then they upload child pornography or something? Please don't do that.
Why are you giving them great ideas?
I don't know. My instinct is to ruin others.
That's what you would do.
And myself. That's what I would do to ruin someone
They're
else.
not going to upload child porn because they're incriminating themselves.
I'm a virtuous man. I would never directly interact with child porn. So what I would do...
I would never directly interact with child porn. You'll look at child porn...
No, but I would blackmail a pedophile and tell him that I'm going to turn him into the police unless he uses the child porn he already has to my ends.
When you say...
I would never look at it, but I would kidnap his son and tell him, I know you fucking have CP, dude. You better post that on Facebook under my enemy's name or I'll kill your son. And then he does, and then I turn him into the FBI anyway, and I give the son $1,000.
When you say I would never directly interact with child porn, I just imagine you with...
Arm's length. It's like fucking plutonium, dude.
Well, no, what you've done is... you've acquired a pedophile's laptop. It's not your laptop. It can't be traced back to you. Back to you. You've got your back turned to it, and you're just looking at the screen like in a hand mirror. That's the safest way to interact.
It's like
with child
the eclipse.
Porn. Yeah, exactly.
Otherwise, you become a pedophile.
Yeah, that's
and
exactly.
I found this laptop because I was at Starbucks and this pedophile was like, "Hey, I have to go to the bathroom. Can you watch my laptop?"
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Yeah, man." And then I looked at it and there was child porn already on the screen.
And you being the Dexter of pedophiles.
No, I'm not a pedophile.
Well,
I am not.
You don't act on it, but you recognize it in yourself.
No,
much
I'm
like
not
Dexter.
a pedophile. I'm not even an ephebophile, the other one.
What is that?
The one that's better. That's when you're attracted to teens but not kids. I'm not even that.
No, I feel like we're just even at that
For
point.
a man who knows all the terminology
Yeah.
for the different kinds
You
of
are.
pedophile, I fucking love grown women,
You're the
dude.
Dexter of pedophiles, dude. You just confirmed it. You can't convince me otherwise.
Nah, dude, I'm not a pedophile. If I'm a pedophile, then why do I have all this porn of exactly 18-year-old women?
Oh, man, I can't wait for the art on Twitter this week. I can't wait for whatever they cook up.
No, I you know,
No, I
I'm
feel like
gonna start fucking old women. Just
I was
to-
gonna say
just to prove it.
the most sus pedophile behavior is when you're like, I'm not a pedophile, and then like you only like your history is just like 60-year-old grandma porn. You're like, I'm the opposite of a pedophile.
Yeah, look, I'm like not hard. I'm like, watch me jack off. I'm just like fucking flicking my.
I do think at some point, like grandma porn, you get to a point where it's as bad as child porn. Where like you're watching, you're like, oh my god, she doesn't even know where she is.
Yeah, I mean, if she has dementia, then it's basically child porn because
Yeah.
her mind, it's like she's 2.
Yeah, her children sign the papers. It's just like a weird fucked. I like this is a thought that I've had. It like haunts me at 3 a.m.
Pedophiles, are they attracted to the kids' bodies or are they attracted to their minds? Because then you could redirect, you could take a pedophile and reform him by making him fuck like old Alzheimer's patients, which would not be great, but it would be better.
Who's starting this institute?
Listen, I plan to be a rich man someday.
I don't
and
think
I
that
wanna
would
help the world.
reform the pedophile. I don't even think that you've thought about that even a little bit. I don't think that makes any sense.
Hey, all I know is the kids are safe, and that's what's important to me.
That is the most important thing to us in the GOP.
Mm-hmm.
Save those kids.
Yeah. You know, someone's got to look out for these kids, and it doesn't matter what director says the opposite.
Oh my god. It is true though, man. We live in a den of sin.
It's true.
I've been in some rabbit holes about who I think killed the girl from Poltergeist.
From Poltergeist?
It's pretty easy if you. It's right there in front of you. There.
Let me
clues
ask you:
in the movie.
has his name ever been written on that whiteboard?
I'll
behind
give you a hint. His initials. His initials. When put together, will remind you of the infamous Nazi. What were they? They were like, which makes a lot of sense because he's a bad man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What was that division of the Nazi? I was gonna say super soldiers. And I'm like, that's Wolfenstein. That's not what SS stood for.
This is the best kind of conspiracy theorist to be, is where it's all passion, but then like no history, no facts.
Dude, I'm so stupid. I like literally. Just in terms of like how like dumb and malleable my brain is, and going back to Wolfenstein, I played the first Wolfenstein, or not the first one, the New Order, the new one for the new consoles.
Yeah.
And there's like in one of the later levels, it's like 1961, and like the Nazis have like established like a base on the moon. And in my head, I was like, wow. I was like, clearly they got some stuff done. In this video game for the PlayStation 4.
Oh, so you were like pro-Nazi
No,
at that
I
point.
was treating Wolfenstein as if like they used real information to create the game. But there was a first part in there I was like, well, on one hand, like they got to the moon 8 years early. And
that makes sense.
And it wasn't until 2 days later I was like, why would I have that thought at all?
I forget what's real and what isn't.
Yeah, but at least like, yeah, you're right.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe too much. I tried to get a therapist again, but I was again denied. They just wouldn't take my call.
They're not even answering
This
the
time
phone?
I called and they're like, the appointment center is closed. I'm like, what? But and then I called the other number and the lady was like, hello? And I'm like, I need to see a therapist. And she's like, don't hurt yourself. And I'm like, what? No, like, do you take appointments? And she's like, hold on, what number did you call? And I'm like, it said if I need help after hours. And she's like, no, you're not. I had called the suicide hotline. I was just like, hello, I'd like to make an appointment for death.
That's so funny. Don't hurt yourself. Oh man, that sucks. That's also very lazy of them because they should let you know.
No, don't. Calling. Yeah, they should definitely answer. Like she was just like, hello. They should definitely be like, thank you for calling the suicide hotline.
Yeah. I want to work the suicide hotline really bad. I feel like it'd be juicy.
Oh yeah, tons of goss.
Tons of goss on the suicide hotline. I bet there would be. Like, I could imagine myself just like on the suicide hotline and just be like, wow, that's really fucked up. I don't know what I would do.
Yeah, you'd be like, I don't know, you should like do acid.
You should do it, yeah. No, I'm not. I feel like we harp on the acid thing too much. I'm not a complete. I've done
you just ramped up and did all the acid again.
Did all the acid.
You gotta stop doing all that. You can't.
I'm not doing it anymore. Yeah, acid isn't a lifestyle. It should be a tool. I know that now. I'm not doing it anymore.
Yeah, you sounded very sarcastic with that. It seems right.
No, yeah,
of course. I'm afraid of all drugs.
Yeah, you have a weak brain.
I do. It's not that I have a weak brain. It's that I have a strong spirit, and that when you loosen my libido, not libido, inhibitions.
You're a mess. You have a weak brain.
No, my libido is weak as hell.
Yeah, your libido sucks.
Yeah, my libido is fucking trash. I
gotta train my libido.
Yeah, I gotta train myself to be hornier so that I can. I think I just pitched NoFap. That's what I just said.
Yeah,
I need to train my. Fuck, man, I'm such a goddamn idiot.
You pitched no. Oh yeah, the idea of you have to train yourself.
I just said to you, I was like, I need to train myself to be hornier. That's just what fucking NoFap.
Is that what is NoFap training you to be hornier, or is it just like trying to get your mind out?
I thought that was the whole deal. Is like you don't come, so then you're horny, so then you like have to go out and meet girls.
I don't think so. Maybe it is.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't work. It just makes it so that when you interact with girls, they can like sense. They're like, oh no, this man has not come. We can't talk to this man.
Yeah,
this man's coming in hot.
Yeah,
excuse me, ladies. Hello.
I've been enjoying. Like I remember, like when like literally every experience I had was like through the filter of like, but what if I was fucking? And I've been enjoying that not being the case.
It is nice to not fuck.
No, it's not. No, like I like fucking. It's nice to like not have that be every thought, because like there was certainly, I have so many like platonic female friends now, which is very nice. And I know there was like when I was 18 or 19, even my friends who were girls who I didn't sleep with, like that. There was like that errant thought in like the back of my head where it's like, yeah, but what if we hooked up? And now I'm just like, why? Why are you? Why does every girl have to be like a weird fantasy?
Yeah. Doesn't make any sense.
Doesn't make any sense. I had that about like, it would be ridiculous. Now when I look back and like look at the girls that I like had like these what if horny scenarios for, I was like, why?
It would have been terrible.
It would have been awful. We had nothing in common. I'm not attracted to them.
I mean, this is how I look back at most of the women I did fuck.
Yeah.
I'm just like, oh, what a baffling decision.
It's just like the fact, like, I think it was just like by virtue of like me being in like close quarters with any woman and just like us interacting for an extended period of time, there's a part of me that's like, oh, this is dicey. Like, this is,
ooh, this is dangerous.
There's a lot of tension here. And there definitely wasn't. It was definitely just me.
Yeah. It's very easy to imagine sexual tension.
That you're desirable.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That, or I think a thing I've noticed is that like sometimes you'll pick up on tension that is very real, but women can just kind of like their attraction to you can completely reset between then and the next time they see you.
Yeah.
So like you'll go in like, no, I definitely sensed that she was into me. I'm not crazy, and they were, and now they are not, and will never admit that you were. So then any move you make is just like, oh no.
Yeah, it's so like I'll go to a party and like there's a girl like who's flirting with me, but I don't like. For whatever, it was because I was like living in a living room, so I'm like, I can't do anything, you know? But like, it's like you have a girl who like is flirtatious with you at a party, and then in my brain, I'm like, well, I guess I have her on layaway for as long as I need. Like, whenever we cross paths again, I can just like pick it up. And of course not. What are you, insane?
Hi, remember you like me?
No, I don't. It was that one time at that party, and then I met like 10 impossibly beautiful men in like in the week that I didn't see you.
Mm-hmm. Damn. LA's a fucking wife desert, dude.
It's a desert of wives, baby.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's not a desert of
There's
wives.
no possible way that my wife lives here, my future wife.
She does. I bet she. Well, what are you gonna do?
I don't know.
I have been very wife-minded.
Yeah, it would be very unfair of me to bring her in at the ground floor of this company.
Yeah, it's not good. We shouldn't it's irresponsible for us to have any kind of long-term relationship.
Yeah, or sex or relationships in any way.
Well, let's not go crazy. I'm starting to really
you're
yearn
gonna
for
betray
some
me
sort
and
of
fuck
companionship.
again?
Yeah, well, but look at this complex that you have. This jealousy.
None of my boys can
possessive-
fuck.
Yeah, I feel like I'm your
None of
fucking
them.
girlfriend.
No, that's fucking gay, dude.
It's
Nah.
gay shit, dude.
I just want all my boys to be chaste, which
But
is not gay.
No, what's literally happening is the idea of me fucking, you're jealous that your boy is out with someone else.
No, I want, if I'm going to be unhappy, I want everyone to be unhappy.
That's still toxic.
Yeah, if you think about it, it makes a lot of sense, and it's actually very smart.
No. Not even a little bit.
I don't think you're getting it. Let me see if I can explain it in a different way.
Okay.
So you see, not fucking is, you see, Volcel, I've built it up as the answer. Thus, if you were happy not doing that, it would shatter my illusion and force me to confront the fact that I'm unhappy.
All right. Dude, this is, again...
Therefore, none of us can fuck.
My favorite thing that you do, still, you say exactly what you mean in a sarcastic tone of voice, and I'm like, I don't know what level we're on.
What irony chamber?
You just said exactly what you know to be true, but you were winking at me the whole time.
Yeah, that's my whole deal is I speak the subtext, but in a funny voice.
Buddy. We need to get you to a brain doctor stat.
I tried. They hung up. They wouldn't take the call.
Do you do that when you're on the phone? You're like,
hi, I got a bunch of fucking emotional problems. I'm sad as shit. I'm crying in my car. You know, man, I'm fucking gay.
Yeah, and they're just like, we cannot reach this boy. He's so far gone. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that might be why you're not getting into these rooms, man.
Could be. Maybe what I need to do is I need to sign up for one of these medical studies that you do, but just halfway through fake a psychotic break. And then they'll probably just move me to a different wing.
Yeah, they'll just keep you at the hospital. Why would you do that? They'll just keep you at the hospital.
All right, I didn't think that one through.
Yeah.
All right.
Because you when you sign that paper, they'll think that it's something to do with the drug that you took. And you also sign your safety away to them. So if you start displaying psychotic tendencies, they'll hold you there. Like One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
Okay, all right, new idea. I become a doctor. I go to medical school.
Kind of a late start.
I can do anything. I'm very, as my dad texted me the other day, I'm very smart and I can do anything. You're not supposed to tell your kids that because it turns them into losers.
It does.
Which I am.
He might figure that at this late in the game, it's okay to just sprinkle that in there. Because you're already so...
It's already so fucked.
He's like, I gotta course correct a little bit. I think we pulled Brendan down too far.
Yeah, don't tell kids they're smart, because they're not.
Yeah.
And then they'll just stop trying, and then they'll just have that fourth grader's intelligence forever. So that's me.
That is what people told you were smart when you were younger?
Fourth grade, that's when they were like, oh, you're gifted. And then I was like, all right, well, I'll just stay this smart forever.
Yep.
Yeah, you need more than that.
Once they put me in the speed reader class, I kind of was like, I don't have to do anything. Once I learned how to read,
and now I control those around me.
Yeah, basically, kind of.
I can read very quickly, and thus I am God.
And no one believes me when I tried to. Paige was like, "What even is a speed reader?" I'm like, "Well, I literally, it's like an X-Man talking to a human." I'm like, "Well, you read across, you read left to right, and I read down." Which is true. I read down. Does that make sense?
No.
Okay. So
you don't read all the words in order?
Yeah. No, I do kind of. You know how if you see the first and last letter of a word, you can fill in what it is.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that with sentences, sort of.
Okay.
I know
so
that
you just make
crazy.
up whatever you want to.
No,
say.
but not necessarily. But sometimes you do read shit wrong because your brain will fill it in because you're reading so fast. But that was how they taught me how to read because I was reading fast, so they put me in a speed reading class.
Yeah. What? How does that help?
I don't know. I have.
What do they need speed readers for?
I don't know, but I'm an efficient man.
That's how I am with typing. Every fucking job, all the old ladies are like, "Oh wow, Brendan's a typist." It's like, yeah, I type a five number account number.
Yeah, quickly. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, do you work with like very old women? Do they punch it in like it's a fucking telephone?
Yeah, kind of.
Mm.
Yeah. They fucking spin around a big wheel.
Oh, God, I love our big brains.
Ah, yes.
I love our big, enormous craniums, dude.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I love, as the podcast goes on, that our skulls swell to fit our enlarging brains.
I love my pulsing head.
Yeah.
But yeah.
What my dick will not do, my skull fills in.
That's where it's going. That's all your horniness is going back into your...
I'm horny for fucking knowledge, dude.
Dude. I do, like... I don't know. Sometimes I, like, really... I realize that, like, once I don't give a shit... Well, once I'm, like, my, like, peaceful grandparents... And, like, my sex drive is gone. I won't give a shit because I don't have a sex drive, right? You're, like, a eunuch. But, like, I also... And I guess, yeah, you don't miss it. But I also... That scares me. I want to be back... Now I'm torn because I'm contradicting what I just said. But I sometimes am like, oh, I do wish I was horny all the time. That was, like, a virile man. I felt, like, cocksure about myself and, like...
Yeah, you were working out.
I was working out.
Were you in a band or something?
I was in a damn band. I was in a hardcore punk band.
Mm-hmm.
Don't find it.
Man, if we had a friend now who was all those things, we would hate that guy.
I know, but I would be a little jealous.
Yeah, that is weird when you meet like an adult, like punk, like I was helping this guy at work. He was in what I assume is like a successful band, but he looked like a Broken Side. You know, he looked like an early 2000s like screamo guy.
Right.
But he was like 40, and I was like, wow, that guy. I mean, that's just if he stopped doing that, his livelihood would go away. But he looks like a fucking idiot,
dude. That's the weirdest thing about those bands, like those like pop punk like screamo bands, where like the dudes they're in their mid 40s now, and they primarily play to audiences of like 16-year-old girls, and it's just like, do you feel degraded by that? Like when you're on stage, do you feel
16-year-old girls keep getting into screamo?
Yes,
like that's interesting.
Absolutely, yeah. Like there's oh shit, I can't remember. Maybe Blood on the Dance Floor, I think is the name of the band. They're old as fuck, but like it is like girls in middle school at their shows, and it's like how can you get like pumped up for that audience? And they do the banter, they do everything. It just like this goes back to the pedophile thing.
I used to know a dude in a metalcore band, and he seemed tired.
Yeah, you were telling me about him. It seems like it's very tight because like you age out of it so quickly, but like you can't deny it's very popular music and you'll make a lot of money. Mm-hmm. So like you can't deny. That's why I always thought it was funny that like Pete Wentz from Fall Out Boy, he has all of these like side projects that have like actual musical integrity, and then he just has to be in Fall Out Boy.
Yeah, you can't quit Fall Out Boy.
Yeah, no, you definitely can't.
Mm-hmm. I wouldn't,
but it must suck your soul dry.
I can't quit Fall Out Boy. Nick, I'm in Fall Out Boy.
Oh. Mm-hmm. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
You live humbly.
Yeah, I know. They don't let me touch the money. It's in a trust.
What are you doing? You're literally just like, you're just like a Fall Out Boy like hype man. You just have like a tambourine and they put a little like fez on you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm the slave. You know how every band has a slave?
Every band has a slave.
It's true. And
that's really funny.
You know, they put in... They put it in a legal trust that if I can become 5'6" somehow, I get the money. And I don't know how to make it happen.
So you're 5'4".
I'm not even 5'4", dude.
Oh, you're 5'2".
5'4" is my lie height for dating.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Doesn't that suck?
Why do I think I do look like you're 5'4"?
I don't know if I do.
Damn, dude.
I might be 5'3" at the most.
We got to get you on a rack.
Yeah.
Do you ever like look?
I got to become
like,
a stretched boy.
Who knows? Do you ever like? Have you looked into like what do they do? They like break your bones and like.
No, I have not looked into that.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
But I don't want to change that badly.
Don't they break your bones and then like they?
At this point, no. If you gave me a wish, I would not wish to be taller. I would just wish for a wife.
That's smart.
Yeah.
But the hunt might be kind of fun. Wouldn't you like to experience dating as a normal-sized man? You might be denying yourself like an incredible trip through the looking glass there.
I don't know. I had my like year of for some unknown reason being dateable.
Well, you read a pickup artist book.
I did. Oh, yeah, I forgot that I... Dude, damn, that's so stupid that I fucking read the game and then it got laid for a year.
You know that the game works because, like, you watch these old pickup artist shows and it's like a dude in like a fuzzy purple top hat and he's just fucking everyone and you're like, all right, whatever his method is, if he's overcoming the way he cannot help but dress himself, it must be a great method.
Yeah.
It's just it's like
I don't know. Did those guys adapt to like, because that was before Tinder and everything. I wonder if those guys are still, if they like adapted the method to that or something.
We could look them up, I'm sure.
Fuck. Why did we think of this? Because now I'm going to get into a hole and then fucking next week we're going to record and I'm just going to have a Dr. Seuss hat on.
Like, I wonder if maybe like what it is, they're so good at getting women that they have to handicap themselves.
Yeah,
they're like,
you know, it's like what we were talking about with Drake, where Drake can have any woman he wants, so now he's just like, what do you think I could get away with?
What about the most famous underage girl of all time? Do you think that I could slide into her DMs? And so far, yes.
He can.
He can completely get away with it.
It's true. No, I can't. Are you going to stop him?
I guess, like, yeah.
I have no way of stopping him,
I can't
Nick.
stop Drake.
I don't work at Instagram. I'm not a cop.
Once you, like, literally, like, you get a porn star pregnant and beat her in court. Where you're like, I'm not taking care of that child. And the court's like, yeah, you're fucking not. You're Drake. Then the next thing is like, I think that maybe I want to fuck that girl who looks like a boy from Stranger Things. It's just like, yeah, I guess that's what you do next.
Yeah. Because Drake went to the pedophile island and all the children there are conventionally attractive.
Right.
And he wants something real.
He wanted an artsy 12-year-old. He wanted his what's the girl from The Professional?
You know what? Drake's like, you know what? I want a little girl who looks like she has pronouns to tell me about.
Millie Bobby Brown, she'll definitely lecture you on some pronouns.
Mm-hmm. She's got them right there in the bio, I'm sure.
And in the first 3 months, Drake's listening. He's got his hand on his chin. He's learning about other kin. He's learning about people, all that. But then, you know, once his pedophile relationship with the most famous underage girl on TV right now becomes blasé, that's when maybe they have a fight. He tells her he doesn't give a shit about Zims and Zers. And she goes to the police, tells them what happened, and he beats her in court again.
He's the best.
He's the greatest.
You can't touch Drake.
He was the Sprite robot.
It's primarily what he's known for.
He's known for pouring Sprite into his robotic circuits and then crushing that song.
That's so funny to imagine a pedophile with like an annoying woke girlfriend. Yeah. Like when your buddy shows up and he's like, now, guys, come on. We can't say retard. And then he, like, looks back at her. And it's like, dude, you're fucking compromised. This isn't who we are. But it's just like Drake and his other billionaire pedophile friends.
That's so funny. It's just funny that a pedophile would, like, learn something from the child they're molesting. The child that they're molesting is, like, introducing them to concepts. Oh, my God.
Well, that's
Did we just hit time?
We about hit time.
That's a great way to cap it off.
That's a decent end. All right, Coward. No, wait. Do we have anything to explain? Oh, we changed the feed. But if they
I don't think it matters. If you subscribe to iTunes, it should still automatically refresh.
Yeah.
You can find us on Podbean now. We'll post the Podbean link in the Twitter, and we're on Spotify.
We're on Podbean, and if there's somewhere else that you want the show to be, just like hit one of us up on Twitter or message the show on Twitter.
Yeah.
And we'll try to make that happen.
Absolutely. Oh, and listen to us on, we just did an episode of Reasonable Beef, our friend Tim Kish's podcast. We talked about the movie Mandy, which I think we all thought was okay.
Yeah.
So listen to that. It's funny. It's a really funny episode.
It is. All right. That's it.
Bye, guys.
Bye. Only time I give a fuck is for my own release. That's why I own these streets. Straight up portfolio showing growth. Fuck a pay cut. Yeah, you know I stay slut. Catch me in the spot looping up for the self suck. Oh fuck, I busted already. I'm coming bucket so heavy. My dream of cream coming steady. Now my mouth open. I'm ready. I'm talking solo heavy petting on a Friday night. Not talking bashing the bishop. More like Nantucket's delight. I'm taking all the time I need to do it just right.